Hello, hello, hello again, my friends. This is not exactly how I intended to come back to YouTube after how long now? But today we have, finally, the August 31st Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG Forbidden and Limited List updated. And a lot of people have been reacting already. Honestly, I've been trying to avoid their reactions like the fucking plague. But without further ado, let's look over it for ourselves and see, effective September 2nd, 2024. Alright, we got a date in mind, so let's see. What's been forbidden? Fiendsmith Lacrimosa, that's been... that does kill the Fiendsmith engine a little bit, probably not too much. Appaloosa, Bow of the Goddess. You know, this has been a problem for a long time, depending on what all can make it, because it's so fucking generic to basically shut everything down, but, you know, it is what it is. Honestly, this should have come a lot sooner, but glad it's here, finally. Hot Red Dragon Archfiend King Calamity. This locking people out of their fucking turns and shit, I mean, it's good that it's finally gone. And the biggest troublemaker of them all. The biggest fucking troublemaker. Beatrice, Lady of the Eternal, gone. Beatrice is pretty fucking degenerate. So honestly, I'm sorry to all the Burning Abyss players, but this needed to go. This thing really needs errata to only work with the archetype or something along those lines. Then I could see it coming back. But as it stands now, this is probably the best hit to kill a lot of the degeneracy that's been going on around and shit. So I'm sorry you're gone, but it's for the best. Next up, whoa, no, why, no, why are you here? Why are you here? What? No, go back, no, I lived through this format, we're not doing this again. Ava coming back is not going to be, like, at 1, if you can get the fucking thing into the graveyard, and you can cycle through a bunch of fairies, especially with, I don't even want to think about this, but I guess we're going back to that. The Heralds are going to be a pain in the ass, probably, but I mean, who knows. Limited also, Snake Eyes Ash, Snake Eyes Popular. I mean, these two being at 1 probably slows things down quite a bit, but I don't think this really does a whole hell of a lot. Like, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's just like, this is only like minor slowdown for them. Number 40, Gimmick Puppet of Strings, and C40. Was this really doing anything? Like, honestly, like, was this really doing it? Gimmick Puppets were probably doing something that I didn't hear about, but it's just like so far off in distance, I don't understand why this is here. But okay, Konami, you do you. Branded Fusion, okay, hitting Branded. Not the hit that should have happened, in all honesty. I mean, the Sanctifier Dragon should have been, like, banned. Let's fucking be real here. So, Gimmick Puppet Lock is still online. This slows things down quite a bit, but there's so many ways to search this fucking card in the Branded deck. Why even fucking bother? Why even fucking bother? Opening of the Spirit Gates, and I see Sangan Summoning. That's what I thought that was. So, Yubel hit. This is a big consistency hit, and should take things down a couple pegs. Okay, fine. And Sangan Summoning, the fucking field spell. This thing is fucking nuts, and should have been banned, probably. But at 1, you know, it's still searchable, but this definitely takes it down a couple pegs. If you can deal with the field spell, then it's a lot. Tenpai is probably a lot more manageable. Pot of Prosperity. I don't know how to feel about this. Like, Konami's been on a rampage for all the pot cards in some capacity, whether it's OCG, TCG, or Master Duel. It's just like, I get it, but I don't exactly agree with it. You know? It's just like, decks should have at least a little bit of draw power in some capacity. Not every deck is going to be able to use Prosperity or Extravagance or Desires or anything of that sort. So it's just like, okay, sure. Fine, whatever. That grass looks greener to 1. Zombie Pile is coming back, baby, let's go! Honestly, I think they're just experimenting with this to see if it's actually gonna get play. I mean, there's so many fucking pile decks and everything that are gonna love this. And it's honestly will bring a lot of build diversity and shit, in my opinion at least. But then again, my opinion really doesn't matter much. I mean, I am a degenerate when it comes to playing this game. I play a lot of rogue decks, fun decks, pet decks. Anything that's not really serious, so honestly something like this is gonna be fun to play around. And then this thing should have been fucking banned. Why was this unbanned to begin with? Why? I mean, this should not exist. Why skill drain? It's at 1, it makes it less consistent. Hooray. But why is it still like in the game altogether? Get fucking rid of this card. Come on. Nothing good ever comes about when this card is involved in any sort of capacity. I will die on that hill. Skill drain needs to get fucking banned. For good. Never to come off the ban list ever again. Moving on before I have an aneurysm. Semi-limits. My boy. Okay, let's get through everything before we talk about Colossus. Hang on. Blaster, Redux, Tempest, and Tidal. All the semi-limits. The Dragon Rulers are slightly back. Honestly, can Dragon Rulers really compete in this day and age? Can they really? I'm not entirely sure. I want to see somebody come up with something that, you know, makes this a lot more consistent, but as it stands now, I mean, there are a lot of decks that could probably use the cards in, like, their separate attribute types, like water decks using Tidal, wind decks using Tempest, that was a thing for a little bit, earth decks using Redux, rock decks especially, goodness. Animancipator with 2 Redux, what would that look like? I don't play either, so I couldn't tell you off the top of my head. Blaster in fire decks? On resolution of Volcanic Emperor? That could be interesting. Something to think about. Lunalight Tiger. I need to re-look up what the hell this one does. I apologize, but let's see here. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, you can target 1 Lunalight monster in your graveyard, special summon it, but it cannot attack. Its effects are negated. Also, is destroyed at the end phase. If this card on the field is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can target 1 Lunalight monster in your graveyard, special summon. You can only use this effect of Lunalight Tiger once per turn. The Pendulum effect. I'm assuming that's why it got banned originally, but I don't know for sure. I'm assuming it's because of this effect here. This is interesting to come back to too. I think it's fine. I think this is fine. Unless there's something really degenerate with Lunalights. Again, I don't know the whole archetype to say for sure. I'm willing to see what happens on that one. My boy! My fucking boy! So, when Master Duel first came out, I was, you know, slowly getting back into Yu-Gi-Oh! And everything, playing on YGO Omega, and then it came out, and it's just like, you know what? This is kind of like the OCG format, so what am I going to play that's kind of, you wouldn't be able to play in the TCG? And it's just like, oh, Thunder Dragons. Sure, I'll give that a shot. I looked up a couple deck profiles, made a deck for myself, and it was a lot of fun. And Colossus coming back too. I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna be degenerate as fuck, but I'm excited for it. And if the World Challenge just this year, I've heard a lot of stories about this card specifically, but I don't think it's really gonna do a whole hell of a lot. I don't foresee it being too degenerate, so I think it's fine to come back to 2. Hell, you could probably... Well, no, I'm not gonna say bring it back to 3. Honestly, 1 or 2 is perfectly fine for this card. 3, I think we're pushing things a little bit. Overall, you know what? I'm fine with this section. Moving on. Okay, before I get to this, let's go on to this. Armageddon Knight to 3. Okay, Orcus and a bunch of other cards. Yes, Red Rose Dragon. Oh yeah. This was because of fucking Hulk. Okay, I remember this card. Never mind. Yeah, that's fine. Hulk's gone, so this is not much of a problem. Magispector Kieran. Yes. Draco Slayers and Magispectors, they're fucking fun. And Kieran coming back to 3. game's at a point where Kieran is not really going to do a whole hell of a lot. So I'm all for this. I mean, at 1 is perfectly fine. It's completely searchable. At 3, I don't think people are going to play it at 3. I'm pretty sure they're going to play it at like 1 or 2, but 3, I don't really see it. But then again, I could be wrong. Plush Fire. Pendulums are eating good today, I suppose. Ancient Fairy Dragon to 3. This is the errata version, so I'm fine with this. Yeah, at this point, it's just like, it's fine at 3. There's no reason to keep it on the ban list any longer. It is completely and utterly fixed, so it's fine. Danglong! I did not see this coming. Danglong to 3. Ooh, a lot of synchro decks are going to be eating good today. A lot of good eating today. And then Time Seal. Skip the draw phase of your opponent's next turn. This is completely and utterly slow. Like, this is way too fucking slow to be really playable in the modern format, so this coming off the ban list is completely and utterly fine. Like, if you had some way of, well, in Labyrinth, but that's really too gimmicky and they want to play more impactful stuff. So I'm fine with this coming back to 3, because it's just like, I mean, even if they skip your draw phase, you'd probably have some other way of searching and everything on top of it too. So, that being said, Thunder Dragon Colossus plus this card would still be way too fucking slow. You could probably cause some degenerate shit between the two of them together or separate, but nah, this is fine to come off. Honestly, this has been on the ban list for far too long. So yeah, that is my thoughts on the subject. Honestly, is this gonna fix the formats? I doubt it. It makes things a little more bearable, to say the least. Like Beatrice not being able to send transaction rollback, or the fucking Mayakashi trap that is fucking ridiculous, or the long list of things that Beatrice can actually enable for no good fucking reason. Glad it's gone. I am sorry, BAs, but it had to go. Errata her so that she only works with that archetype, and I can guarantee you things will be a lot better. Red Dragon Archery and King Calamity, this effect should not exist. Like, it does not promote good gameplay. I have a couple copies of this lying around from packs I've opened, and it's just like, always felt bad to pull. Apollosa is one I'm still conflicted on. Like, yes, a lot of decks could easily access her, but at the same time, she wasn't really the problem. This is like a symptom of the problem, not the direct problem, in my opinion. Well, that comes with modern card design and everything. Lacrimosa does slow things down a little bit, but I can still see a world where this is fucking where Fiendsmith and Snake Eyes is still completely and utterly playable. And honestly, it's still probably the best deck in the room. Let's be perfectly fucking honest. That's where my thoughts are kind of at. Why is this back? Why is this not gone? This is gonna be fun. At 1, it should be okay, I think. Why? But also, okay, whatever. Slowing down Mubel, slowing down Branded. Again, Sanctifier Dragon is the problem, not this. But then again, people have been calling for this to get gone for a while. It is what it is. And then, yeah, this is all fine. All this is completely and utterly fine. And so is this. Argon Knight, I'm going to be doing some labbing with at some point. But, yeah, I'm going to call it there. Thank you all so much for coming out. I sincerely appreciate it. If you guys like these sort of videos, especially now that, well, I am now a PNG type person thingamajig, leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/JohnBoring, and so on and so forth. Without further ado, y'all have a nice day, and take it easy.